Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Fayth Atkins, and thanks for joining me on the show that brings you the good news and lets you know what's going on in the 419. For today's episode, we are at this new creative space, new local business out in West Toledo, Inspired Lumber Workshop. And with me right now is one of the owners, Anna Collin. Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
I'm excited, first of all, and I'm feeling great to be here. But for the folks who don't know, what is Inspired Lumber Workshop?
So Inspired Lumber Workshop is a membership-based wood shop and creative space. We have basically what we say is we're like a gym membership, but with power tools and crafty stuff. So we have all of the tools, anything that you might need to be creative or to bring your dreams to reality, but without having to worry about the space to have them or paying for those tools individually. So we've kind of removed all of those hurdles.
Awesome. And I mean, yeah, this place is real artsy. When I think of wood, when I see a tree, I mean, I know your mind is kind of different, but at first I wouldn't think art, but that's how you think. But also, too, the part that really stands out to me is this is a family business, right?
It is, yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the background and...
Yeah, so my husband kind of came across his second act, so to speak, somewhat accidentally. We had a small flood in our basement, and we had to kind of stretch our insurance money to do what we wanted to. We thought to kind of took that opportunity to make some renovations. And what we called it our disaster-tunity, because
I like that. That's cool.
What could have been something really, really bad ended up, he found a second love, and he was an IT guy, and he was able to kind of completely shift his career focus and found a talent that we didn't know existed. But we very quickly outgrew our garage, our one-car garage in Old Orchard that we've been working out of, and so we decided to look for a larger space for him that was warmer, that was safer, that he had the right tools for. And so as we were kind of going through the process of looking for that, we thought it's kind of selfish of us to have all of this stuff and then not expose other people to it as well, or to provide that opportunity. So what we took out of necessity, which was to find a bigger space, really became an opportunity for us to create a community of individuals who are like us, who are looking for ways to be able to explore their career options, or a side hustle, or just to explore a hobby that they may not have known that they had. Then we were able to add the whole creative side on too, so it opens up really DIYs, TikToks, anything that you might want to do. You can come here, and you already have everything here to be able to make those things happen.
I was going to say, yeah, all the items here, the decor, fall is right around the corner. It's so many cool things here, and I know we're actually going to make something ourselves, right? A cute little sign. But before we get to that, we're going to head over to the Toledo Museum of Arts, where we're getting a last look at the Black Orpheus exhibit. Check it out.
Awe-inspiring. I think it's transformative, it's been surprising and awe-inspiring. Just the creativity, the technical skill, eye-opening to all of these new artists. Hello, I'm Erin Corrales-Diaz. I'm the curator of American art at the Toledo Museum of Art. We are currently standing in our exhibition, Black Orpheus, Jacob Lawrence and the Mumbari Club. It is an exhibition that chronicles Jacob Lawrence's journey in Nigeria and produced a body of work that we're standing among right now. But it also looks at his interactions with the Mumbari Artists and Writers Club in Nigeria and a periodical, Black Orpheus. So it's this intersection of these three components together in this exhibition. This artists and writers group in Nigeria acted as a global catalyst for modern art, and it becomes an international phenomenon. And so this exhibition then is putting Jacob Lawrence within that larger context. There are 110 objects in this exhibition and 5 sections. The first section's Lawrence in Nigeria. So this demonstrates and showcases Jacob Lawrence's work, as well as one work by his wife, who is also an artist, Gwendolyn Knight. But then the other 4 sections are all about artists from Africa or global artists. Among those 110 objects, it goes far beyond painting. It's also sculpture, it's textiles, it's these metal reliefs, it's film, and it's the periodicals. So it's a wide range of media that is something that I also find really exciting in this space. So you are being introduced then not only to Jacob Lawrence's Understudied Nigeria series, but also to artists that are working in Ethiopia or in Brazil or in Japan. So one of the takeaways that I would like our visitors to see, to learn, is the wide array of artists that are here in the space. Many of these artists may be new to our visitors, but of course they have been known on the African continent for decades. It's just sort of our very first sort of introduction to these artists. We've tried to add a lot of opportunities for visitor engagement in this space. So there is an audio guide that is available. So if you want a deeper dive into some of the works, you can hear me and the 2 co-curators of this exhibition speak on some of the pieces here. We have reproductions of the Black Orpheus periodicals. So the originals are behind glass, but you will be able to pick up and hold and flip through a period reproduction of that. And then at the very end of the exhibition, we have a visitor engagement area where our team has recreated the facade of the Mumbari Mumbayu Club. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Jacob Lawrence's Nigeria series has not been shown altogether in such quantities in several decades and are unlikely to be shown again. So I highly recommend that you all come out and take a look at this.
Alrighty, well, we're about to take our first break, but when we come back,
We're going to turn this into that, and then into a cute decorative sign for the studio.
stick with us.
Visit the Toledo Zoo this summer and come closer. Closer to unbearably exciting. Closer to African adventure. Closer to underwater wonders. And closer to absolutely adorable. You don't have to roam very far to come face to face with fun. This summer at the Toledo Zoo.
I'm Fayth Atkins here at Inspired Lumber Workshop with owner Anna Collin. But we're gonna do our own project. But before we get into that, let's check out all the projects that the classes that you have to offer in these beautiful decor items.
Yeah, so we are about to release on our website our full list of our fall classes. These are a few of the pick-up projects, as we're referring to them, where we'll have some evenings where you can come in with a friend or a family or whatever you might want to do, but you don't all have to work on the same project. You can choose anything that you want to work on. So we've got everything from cute decorative signs that you could do and personalize. I know this was one of your favorites. I love this so much.
I do too.
Everything on here is natural with the exception of the ribbon. Even these are wood flowers that we have sourced. You know, these are, you know, real leaves. I mean, everything is, and quite honestly, that last storm that we had came through was very beneficial. We went through and sourced a lot of scrap wood to be able to do some things. So just a nice fall, you know, gets you kind of through a lot of the seasons because you can really make more seasons out of it.
And you just made this here.
I did. Yep, all of that.
Cut up these
We call them
wood,
cookies.
The cookies. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I get it. And you guys made it here. That is so cool. I would never. That's why I said earlier. You know, I wouldn't look at a tree that's fallen down and think, oh, that can be art. But the way your creativity comes through is just so brilliant.
Thank
I love
you.
it.
Yeah, and we love to be able to keep everything, you know, authentic. So the incorporation of the wooden flowers, which we have on quite a few of the craft items, was really important to us. So we found a source to be able to get these really beautiful wooden flowers. So everything, like you said, we wanted to stay authentic to the wood.
Yeah.
So it didn't seem right to have silk on it.
Right, exactly.
And then of course we've got fun things, you know, for the holidays. These are just candy corn. A lot of times what people have the issue with is how to cut this angle. So, you know, they're not necessarily difficult projects to do, but they just don't have the right tools to be able to cut the projects they need to. So you can come in here and do some really fun, simple, relatively quick things.
And for pieces like these, again, this is for your certain classes, right? What's the name of that class?
This will be like a pick-a project is what we kind of call it. Right. So, you know, you may come in and you just want to do the candy corn, or you may want to put the wreath together. You just choose that particular, you know, pick a project, and then there'll be a drop down on the website where you can choose which project you want to work on. So when you come in, your stuff will be ready to go.
Okay, cool. And can anyone bring in their own wood, perhaps?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're open to, you know,
whatever
we have the space. So that'll be more under the membership. You know, so with the membership, you can bring anything in. With the classes, we provide everything that's needed for the classes.
Awesome.
If you have specific wood or something that you want to work on, you're more than welcome to bring those things in. But, you know, for the most part, the classes are all taken care of.
That's really cool.
Now this one, we actually have a class tomorrow night, and we run this on a regular basis, which is our Power Tool Basics for Women, by Women.
Nice.
You know, we take that kind of, if women don't want to necessarily learn from a man or they feel intimidated by it, this is a great opportunity for them to come in. And a lot of those tools that we use, you know, circular saws, drills, screwdrivers, miter saws, table saws, various things, a lot of which people have at home, but they just don't have the use of them. They just don't understand or just don't feel comfortable using them. They actually walk out of the class having built and constructed their own custom toolbox, which is kind of a cool thing.
Nice. And then you can paint it too.
Absolutely.
Make it all cute and pink.
Yep.
And over here?
And then this is one of our pick-a projects as well. So the lantern, I just think it's a beautiful, I love lanterns, and it's a little bit larger than life lantern. So, you know, it's a bit bigger size, but it's great. It actually will hold a 3-inch candle. We just stuck that little box in there, the little pumpkin in there just for fun.
Yeah.
But what's kind of cool with those is that you actually get to construct it. So you'll have all of the pieces. We'll walk you through how to construct it, but you can stain it ahead of time, you can paint it, you can do whatever you want to, and if you want to embellish it with some of the wood flowers or the greenery or rope or anything like that, those things are also included in the project.
And these pieces are perfect for like that farmhouse style.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it here. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
But okay, so now we're gonna make a project of our own, right?
Yep. So we are going to laser engrave your logo onto one of the discs. And
awesome.
So yeah. So you want to head to the table saw?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right. So safety first.
Safety first. Got my
glasses on. I also want you to put your hair behind your back. Okay, so it's really important here on the table saw that we make sure that we've got everything, you know, nothing that could dangle down in. So what we've created here is a jig. This jig allows us to be able to, we don't have to worry about where the positioning is. There's a little nail on the bottom of this that has now secured into this jig, so it'll keep everything perfect, and allows us to make a circle. A perfect circle. So a lot of times you can buy these at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, and they run, you know, anywhere between $12 and $20 for a disc, depending on the size.
Okay.
This is a simple piece of plywood. It enables you to be able to make these things much, much, much more cost effectively and very quickly. So we'll show you how quickly we're going to get this done.
Okay.
What I want
also too, this is a class as well, right?
This is not a class.
Oh, this isn't a class.
No, you'll
All right.
learn how to use the table saw during. Every member is required to take a mandatory safety class, so you learn how to use the tools during that. We could do it as a class.
You could.
If anybody wants to, we could do anything as a class.
Class is in session right now for me, so yeah.
But this is, you know, we always have somebody here who knows how to utilize the tools. So if you came in and you were not sure of how to do something, we have someone here who can walk you through not only the safety measures on it, but being able to actually utilize the tool to the best of its ability and yours.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so what's great about this particular table saw, because table saws are scary, to me, it's one of the most terrifying tools out there. This is a saw stop. The saw stop is it's a brand of table saw that when it senses any skin, if this is going, it's going in, you know,
We're not gonna
thousands
test
of miles.
it,
No,
but-
we're not going to test it on purpose. If it senses skin, this entire mechanism drops out,
Nice.
just like that. We actually did have it accidentally tested.
Oh.
Back one of our members early on. He's our neighbor who was with us. He accidentally came in contact with it as he was coming by. He didn't even get an abrasion on his hand. I mean, it dropped down and it was an immediate thing. So we feel very safe with the table saw,
Glad it works.
but we use safety first anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Trust
so we're
that
going to turn
works.
it on.
I'm not gonna test it. Okay, yeah.
So when you do this, you're going to see this, the jig underneath has the wood. It's lined up so that it goes right up against the wood. So what you're going to cut is the square. And you're going to cut these edges off. You're going to push this through. You're going to come back directly, push it through, come back. This is the only, see there's right here, there's a piece of wood that sits in that groove. So
Okay.
you're not going to lose your positioning. Of course, I just pulled this up.
Okay. Oh,
Bear with me one second. Okay, I think it is. Okay.
all right.
All right.
I'm
So
gonna let the pro go first.
we're going to try this. We're going to get this going.
Okay.
All right. So do I have this in right? So you know how fast that's going?
That's
It's
going
terrifying.
really fast.
Hold on one second.
We're gonna get some
We're gonna-
assistance.
Yep, give me 1 second. Rob, come here for a sec. Because it always, you know, nothing goes quite as planned.
Right. Which is all good.
Yeah.
Yep, I got you.
Okay. Sorry.
No worries.
It was me.
And this is
I was saying, this was Rob. He's one of our other carpenters.
awesome. And see, like you said, there's always somebody in here that can assist.
Is it back on?
Maybe I'll fell through.
There it is. There we go.
It's needle in a haystack
Yep.
thing.
Got it on?
I just don't want the needle to fall back out.
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you, Rob. All right, so let's try this again. So we're
Okay.
going to go forward and right back. Then we
Nice.
turn this way,
Okay.
and go forward and pull back. Forward and pull back. You ready to try?
I'm ready to try it.
Keep your hand here, okay?
Okay. Hand here.
And then you're going to turn this
Turn.
forward and pull back. Forward and pull right back. Okay?
Boom.
And then turn this so you can get all the way to that big end.
Okay.
Forward and pull back. There you go. Perfect. And just keep turning it.
I'm getting it, you guys. No
go right there.
worries.
Yep.
Right there?
Yep.
All right. Forward. Oh,
Yep. Yeah, it lifted up.
it lifted up a little bit, you guys.
All right. Just push it down.
Okay.
There you go.
Boom.
And then just do that again.
And so how long does this, usually take
We
for
should
like the
have-
pros?
Couple minutes at
Couple
most.
minutes,
Yep.
okay. All right.
Go ahead. I know it doesn't look like a circle, but
Doesn't
it
look
will.
like a circle yet, but
Yep, just
we
keep
getting
pulling
there.
it. There you go.
All right. Well, we're about to head to break and make this into a perfect circle. When we get back, we'll have a finished product. Stick with us. All right.
Just keep going right there.
Okay.
Visit the Toledo Zoo this summer and come closer. Closer to unbearably exciting. Closer to African adventure. Closer to underwater wonders. And closer to absolutely adorable. You don't have to roam very far to come face to face with fun. This summer at the Toledo Zoo.
Coming up live from the Marco's Pizza Studio, it's finally game week for both Toledo and Bowling Green. We'll visit with the reigning MAC champ Rockets as they prepare to face the Fighting Illini. Plus, the Falcons are hitting the road for their season opener against Liberty, a team they haven't faced in nearly 20 years. A preview of both of these teams and so much more coming up at 10:30. See you then.
Welcome back to What's Happening in Toledo. And look at here. We have our almost finished product, right?
Almost finished.
Almost finished. And of course, you know, during the break and due to some TV magic, after we got our complete circle, walk us through the process to how we got to this point right now.
Yeah, so what we did was we imported your logo and created the cut file for this to send off to the laser engraver. And so after we cut out the circle, we went and painted it quickly, dried it quickly, and then put some masking tape on it, so that way we would ensure that it would not bleed or burn any of the edges. And so we sent it through the laser engraver, which took a little bit of time, and now what you're going to be peeling off, or what we call weeding, is the masking tape. That's what you're going to take off in between. And so this, what you're seeing in here, is actually the burned out logo in the wood.
Awesome.
So,
All right.
So you're basically, any of the areas, the negative spaces is what you're going to pull up with your the little pick right there.
All right, cool. Now, that laser engraver that you guys have can be used for a lot of different things. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so that laser engraver is pretty powerful. It is able to do, obviously, wood, but we can do all kinds of wood. Hardwoods, the softer woods as well, plywood, MDF, which is like a mashed potato board. It's a lot of, gets a lot of use on different projects and things. But it also does acrylic, glass. We can do paper. You know, I was showing you guys earlier, these are our membership packets, and these were all done with the laser engraver as well. We'll show it shortly. But it does paper, leather, fabric, you know, really any sort of substrate that you can put in there, it can engrave on. It can even do aluminum foil. I don't know why you would want to do aluminum foil, but
Yeah.
you could.
You never know. You
Yeah,
never
so
know.
it does paper. I mean, it takes off just the top surface of the color and is able to remove just the cover, or the little bit of the surface. But it also cuts things out as well. So we cut out stencils of the different numbers to make clocks. And then what we can do from this, which is basically just a stencil of it, we then take it to the bandsaw and we're able to cut out the different shapes onto the thicker wood. But it does all kinds of stuff. This was a special order we did a couple weeks ago, or last week. This was, you know, enabled us to be able to kind of size everything, make sure it was, you know, sitting correctly. But the intricate detail, this is the Colonel James M. Schoonmaker museum ship downtown for the National Museum of the Great Lakes. And we were able to import that image and then create a cut file from that image, which is just, it's awesome to be able to have the ability to take a photograph, truly a photograph. I could take a picture of you, pop it on a laser engraver, and it will create a really beautiful engraved image.
The holidays are right around the corner, and I can only think of like pictures, like you just said.
Yes.
Awesome gifts.
And these are all part of the membership here. So you become a member and you have access to not only the wood shop tools or the creative tools on the other side of things, like the vinyl cutters and the heat presses and sublimation printers. We can create stencils for you to do small batch screen printing for t-shirts or different fabrics or whatever you might want to do. But you can also utilize the laser engraver. So if you send a PNG file or a cut file over to us, we're able to import that and then show you how to do it. We had a member who was made some beautiful shadow boxes for his wife for a gift. And we had not done acrylic before, so we're learning together. Again, it's all about this community of individuals coming together to share what they know, to learn from each other, and to grow, in their skills.
Well, and speaking of that, we were talking before the show. You guys are still a fairly new business, but you guys are wanting to expand that artist community, right? Talk to me about what you guys have planned next.
Yeah, gosh. We really have, there's so many options. We have so many connections within the community, and people every day we have new ideas that are getting brought to us. Oh, you should partner with this organization, or, or this group of individuals. What can we do, or what new things can we bring in as far as different art techniques and artists? We have a classroom, and we've been wonderful. We've just signed on with What the Flux Studio, who does stained glass. We have another artist, Shannon Ice, who just signed on. She's going to be doing resin, like artistic resin pouring.
Yeah, I think we did a story on that.
Yeah, and alcohol inks. We've got a cake decorator who's going to come in and do decorative cookies and show you all those techniques on flooding your cookies and just in time for Christmas, right? You can figure out how to do your cookies. So we are actively seeking artists who are looking for ways of expanding their circle of people, or to teach people how to do different techniques on art. So if you're an artist and you are looking for some place to be able to teach classes, this is the spot for you.
Even photography. Wow, this is really like the one-stop shop for art. And like I said, coming in here and thinking about, I'm thinking we're just going to cut wood. I never thought it could ripple into all these art mediums, all these art forms. That is so cool. And look.
And you're done.
I got done weeding. Now, honestly, this is a 30-minute show. How long would you say this process is, so folks know how to plan, to come in?
Yeah, it all depends on what you're looking to do. This took us a little bit of time. You probably could have moved through it a little bit quicker, but we wanted to make sure that we were getting a good cut on it. So this took a little bit over an hour to actually cut through on our laser engraver. We probably could have gone a little bit faster on that, though. But again, we didn't want it to not work either. So, from beginning to end on a project like this, while it's engraving in one space, you can work on another piece of it. You could probably have it done in a couple of hours. Awesome. And with the membership, you can come in and you have access to all of this. You work at your own pace. We always have somebody on hand to be able to assist, whether it's in the wood shop, working with a specific tool, learning the safety on something, or, being able to learn new tips and techniques to be able to do what it is that you're looking for. But everybody's going to be paced differently.
Perfect. Well, Anna, thank you so much for having us. Thank you for our new gift, our new little workshop souvenir that we got. And
filled with sawdust.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much. Make sure you guys check out Inspired Lumber Workshop here in West Toledo on Central Avenue. And that's it for this episode of What's Happening in Toledo. We'll see you guys next time.
Save 11% on Menard's unbeatable selection of Atlas shingles. Castlebrook, Briarwood, and Pinnacle shingles feature a limited lifetime warranty, up to 130-mile-per-hour wind warranty, and a super wide design for fast installation. Protect your home with Atlas shingles and save 11%. Easily clean up wet and dry messes with the Shop Vac 10-gallon vacuum. It's the perfect companion for any shop or job site. Right now, only $79.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Visit the Toledo Zoo this summer and come closer. Closer to unbearably exciting. Closer to African adventure. Closer to underwater wonders. And closer to absolutely adorable. You don't have to roam very far to come face to face with fun. This summer at the Toledo Zoo.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side. By your side. And every day is a different day. Everything isn't everything. Even when you think things could never ever be the same. Don't be scared of the world, I'll be here to stay. By your side. Even when your heart ain't listening, or your mind takes you a different way, towards a different path. All you gotta do is sit and ask. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
When the adults in a child's life talk early and often about the dangers of underage drinking, the message gets stronger every time.
I'll be by your side.
Talk. They hear you.